Welcome back. If you've just joined us, yes, you're watching the go-to program on the trends in the social media circles. That's Channels Beam on Channels Television. And that's how it played out on the Hangout. But now we're turning our attention back to the studio, and we're being joined by the Deputy Director of the Buhari Support Organization, Blessing Agbomere. Mr. Agbomere, thanks for coming on the program this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
You are part of the President's support organization, and here you go. Now the partial list of the ministers has been released. What do you make of it? There's been so much quiet out there, but what do you make of it?
Well, as a matter of fact, we are supporters of Mr. President. We supported the president before the elections, and we will keep supporting the president. Well, what I believe, supporting the president does not mean that we should not speak out the truth when it is time to speak out the truth.
What do you mean by what the
now,
truth is?
When I talk about the truth today, realistically, we the youths, I'm just coming from a meeting here in Lagos, we the youth are not happy with our exclusion in this government. When I mean exclusion, we have been waiting for months for this ministerial list. I'm not discrediting those who have been appointed, who have been nominated by Mr. President. But our grievance is we have not seen any of our representatives in that list. We have not seen any meaningful, vibrant youth in that list. We expect to see younger Nigerians among the list.
But the president has said it's a partial list.
He said it's a partial list. We know it's a partial list. And that is why we are taking this opportunity to inform the president that we want to see youths, vibrant youths, in the next list that is sending to the National Assembly. We want youths to come and join his government. We don't just want him to create jobs for the youths. We want him to give a platform for the youth to contribute to the development of this country through governance, through positions in governance. Because go anywhere in the world, youth, they have energy, they have the intelligence, they have the abilities, they have the capabilities.
So where are the youths in Nigeria getting it wrong?
See, let me tell you something. The truth is that when you have not given the youth a chance, you can never say the youth have gotten it wrong. I cannot say the youth of Nigeria today have gotten it wrong. Some of them have been engaged in nefarious activities, not because of anything, but because of the fact that they were not engaged. If you abandon the youth are restless. The youth cannot be idle. If you abandon the youth, they will talk to violence, they will take to any activity. But if you engage them, they will contribute meaningfully to the position for which you have engaged them.
So let me just get something straight. Was it that the youths contributed so much to, like you say now, the victory of this government? Did they do that for gains, or they did it to see the country move forward? Or
see, the youths, even Buhari, Mr. President, has acknowledged that. The youth contributed with all their energies to ensure that a new government comes under the leadership of Buhari, believing that when Buhari comes, he will change the trend of things. He will no longer abandon the youths as other leaders used to do. He will engage the youths. He not just engaging the youth, not just creating jobs for the youth, but he will give the youth the positions of leadership. He will make youth ministers, he will make youth DGs, he will make youth ambassadors. And what that has done is when you bring the youth into a position of leadership, they have the capacity, they have the intellect, they have the exposure to create more jobs for other youths. But when you bring in the elderly, how many jobs can they create? I'm not saying they are retarded, but their intellectualism and exposure is limited. But the younger minds, we don't sleep, we don't rest. So we want to work, we want to serve this country. We brought in Buhari to help us to serve. Let me tell you something. The function of leadership is to create more leaders. What we are saying today is that Buhari has integrity, yes, we agree. Buhari wants Nigeria to develop, yes, we agree. But what we are saying is that Buhari has to engage the youths. He has to engage the youths in positions of leadership.
But already there are some youths.
To bring them manifest.
There are some youths already serving the president's government.
What youths? Who are the youths?
These are people who have volunteered to serve in the president's media group. They're there.
Let me tell you something. There's something people don't understand about the media group. I am very informed about the media group.
Serving the government.
No. That is not an opportunity to serve. You're only going there to work. They created job opportunities for some youths. I have been there. I know where the office is, and I know those who are working there. What they have done is, come if you want to volunteer. That is volunteering. So if you want to volunteer.
Why don't others volunteer? Why are they waiting to be called
Wait,
on?
let me tell you something. There's something you don't understand. That office you talk about is volunteer to promote this government. That does not mean you are serving the government. What we are demanding for, what we are asking for, we are asking out of the 6,000 jobs that additional told us are available in the present government of Buhari, we want 30,000, 3,000 for the youths. We are demanding for 3,000. Mr. President can give 3,000 to the elderly, but he should give the youths, both male and female, 3,000. Look at cities that have developed. Look at Singapore. Look at Dubai or UAE. Look at China. They have engaged the talents of their youths in governance. Not just keeping them at the background. Not just keeping them at Buhari support organization because they are good with internet to begin to promote this administration in the internet. No. We are saying give them positions of authority where they can take decisions, where they can take executive decisions that will affect fellow youths. We will not tolerate, there are certain things we will not tolerate in this government. We will not tolerate this government to bring in an elderly person as Minister of Youth. We will not take it. We will not tolerate a situation where this government will bring in an elderly man as Minister of Science and Technology. We will not take it. We have young men and young women under the ages of 30, 35, 40 who are experts in technology. Because now, let me tell you something. The youths will help Buhari fight corruption better than the elderly. The elderly, most of them have been tainted. Most of them have been imbibed. Most of them have enveloped, they have soiled their hands. So because of that, they cannot fight corruption. But the younger Nigerians, they are clean. They are clear. They have vibrancy, they have intellectualism, they have all the exposure that it takes to fight corruption. We, on my own capacity, I protested against Desiani at the OPEC. I stood to say, Desiani, because of your corruption, today people are talking about Desiani. I laugh, and I no longer make comments. Because when I rose up to fight against Desiani and corruption, nobody was talking. President from Nigeria, I traveled from Nigeria to OPEC when Mr. President nominated her as OPEC Secretary. I went there and said, no, Desiani cannot be OPEC Secretary General because I know she's corrupt. I would not want her to go there. She has been disgracing us, spoiling our image here in Nigeria. By the time she goes to the OPEC, she will go there and further destroy the image of Nigeria internationally. I protested, and after the protest, I submitted my protest letter. And the committee sat and decided that Desiani will not be appointed OPEC Secretary. And later she was made OPEC president in the next meeting because a position was due to Nigeria. So one thing to say is that we have fought corruption in this country and we'll keep fighting corruption. But I can bet you that if PMB wants to fight corruption, he has to engage the youths in governance. Not just putting them at the background, not just giving them paid jobs, but apply them, engage them in position of leadership where they will take decisions as ministers, as DG or parastatals, and as ambassadors. And I don't expect Nigeria to take anything less than that.
Blessing Agbamere, Deputy Director of Buhari Support Group, we have to leave it here. You've been so passionate about this discussion. And we do hope that when the partial list comes out, the youths of Nigeria, because yes, a lot of people have also been calling for youth inclusion and also the inclusion of women into this cabinet. That will be coming, and I hope, yes, that the president listens to the calls of those who voted him into power. But we have to leave it here. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much. As we await the president's promise, he made the promise to us, and I trust him. I know he's going to fulfill the promise.
We will be waiting.
Oh, we will be waiting. Thank you very much.
Well, that's where we are. We have to go now, but we do see your comments coming through our social media platforms. That's YouTube. Of course, those are the videos that you watched the most in the past week. We also see your comments coming on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google+. We'll take a look at some of them, and then we'll be back. Just stay with us.
This week's top 5 videos begins with a fake drug producer showing security operatives how he manufactures his products. In 4th position is former President Olusegun Obasanjo refusing to reveal the details of a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. In 3rd place is Edo State's governor claiming he was held hostage during the governorship primary election in Bayelsa State. Coming in as the second most viewed video is Senate President Bukola Saraki pleading not guilty to a 13-count charge by the Code of Conduct Bureau. And in the first is the Independence Day nationwide broadcast by Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari.
Change does not just happen. You and I and all of us must appreciate that we all have our part to play.
Well, there you go. Those were the videos that you watched the most and also the messages that you sent in the course of the program. But the ministerial list is the prerogative of the president, and he chooses whom he deems fit, because at the tail end, the success or otherwise of the persons chosen falls at the president's desk. However, claims and counterclaims have been made since the list was unveiled by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, of a promise to include a certain section of Nigerians in the list. And as they say, a promise is a debt. We end on this note, but continue online via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Victor Matthias.